and groups, and I'm super excited. Not only is this my first caravan, but this is my first solo boondocking trip. Yay! Anyway, I'm looking forward to meeting new people and putting faces to some of the names of people that I've chatted with on the Hawa Facebook group and a couple other groups where I know people are cross members and they're going to be there too. So really looking forward to this. I got out of the house much later than I anticipated, but it's all good. Fortunately, I'm only a few hours. I only live a few hours from where the first caravan is, so that kind of works out. I actually am super excited about challenging myself. I'm disabled. I probably haven't mentioned that on the, at any point as of yet. It's a relatively new channel, but I'm disabled, and so I'm kind of just, I'm hoping that I can endure all this. I've solo camped since I've been disabled, quite a bit actually, but I kept it really simple on myself, and this is a little different because I don't have, I had to pack my own water and waste and everything, I'll have to pack my waste out and everything, but yeah, we'll see. I've been camping a lot of years. Most of my adult life I've been an avid camper, and I did do some boondocking when I was married to my daughter's father. We did it a couple days here and there, but nothing as extensive as like a week or 2 weeks or even months on end. So new experience for me, and best thing I can say to any of you out there that are afraid to go out and try new things, especially disabled women, know your limitations, but don't be harnessed by them. Push yourself a little bit. I have difficulty walking, I have difficulty using my hands, but I know myself, and knowing yourself is huge. So, embrace the unknown and do it at a level that, makes you a little uncomfortable, because, when you step outside of your box, there's definitely growth. But in addition to that, don't hurt yourself. Stop. If it hurts, stop. But anyway, so I'm looking forward to it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to make a lot more my trip. And do me a favor, if you like this video and hit the like button, hit the thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. There's going to be some really great stuff coming up, not only from this trip, but other things that are going to be coming up over the next couple of months. And hit the little bell, and that way you get notifications when I do post. And if you have comments or questions, please, by all means, put them in there in the comment section, and I will definitely do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great day, and thanks for detouring with Donna. Good morning. I'm just hanging out here in Pahrump. I've had a pretty good time. It's been rough. My knees, my feet haven't been happy, but I'm happy. That's what matters. Today I'm gonna go and have lunch with some of the ladies here, and get to know them a little better. I've met a lot of really wonderful women. A shout out to Anne and Shirley and Louise and Janelle and Jamie and Jamie. So far, yeah, that's the names I can remember. I'm not great with the names, but I try to be. Anyway, I'm just enjoying everything, enjoying the weather. It was a cold couple of nights, and I didn't do too bad. I had my sleeping bag. It was better than just the blankets, so I'm glad I brought that. It's good to, like, I think it's a 0 or 30. I don't think it's 32. I think it's 0. But anyway, having a good sleeping bag is extremely important. But I'm going to, like I said, have lunch and enjoy some conversation and maybe grab some video while I'm doing that. So I am here at the first caravan, women's caravan for Hawa 2021. We haven't had them in a couple years, so everybody's excited to be here and be a part of it. Community is huge. And I have Anne sitting next to me. Anne is a nurse practitioner, and she was just sharing some interesting stuff with me about her career. And you were saying you've been a nurse since the 70s?
Yeah, early 70s.
And then you became a nurse practitioner in the 80s?
Yeah.
And she was so early in her career as a nurse practitioner that her license actually is in the 2000s. And to the nurses that are out there, you'll understand what that means.
Right.
Anyway, so, you know, I'm just talking to the ladies, and we were talking about the things that we deal with as women, but also as women on the road. And Anne brought up a really important thing. Anne, you want to talk about what we were mentioning before?
We were talking about the issues of incontinence and how women deal with that, or anybody with a handicap.
Right.
I call that a handicap. Maybe it's not, but a disability or inconvenience.
I think it's both. I don't think that the government labels it as as a disability, but it is. It keeps us from doing so much, you know. I mean, there are companies that are making massive fortunes off of our incontinence, so to speak. So it has to be a big deal, or there wouldn't be a call for it in that aspect, right?
Good point.
Right.
Good point. Yeah, it's really frustrating. And it's not an area we talk about buckets and all the other things, but not the other issues that come with it.
Right.
Urine as well as bowel incontinence.
I agree.
And I'm looking for solutions.
You're looking for solutions.
I keep trying different things, and somebody talked about, like, there's an adult, what is it called? Diaper genie.
Oh yes.
That's a bigger one for adults.
Yes.
So I got one of those. I think I'm not impressed.
You're not.
It's big, and I'm not sure that it really will do what I want it to do.
And does it take up a lot of space in your rig then?
It takes up space.
Because, you know, we're all about, this lifestyle is about minimalism and keeping your trash to a minimum, using less water. I mean, we are ecologists in our own right in many aspects. Yeah. So good point that you brought up, and I'm glad we talked about that, Anne.
Me too. Thank you.
I think it's important that we need to be real. It's very important to be real about our lifestyle and the challenges that we face.
Yeah.
You know, it's all, I mean, yeah, we have beautiful scenery, but there's a lot that goes on in the background.
It's hard.
I'm glad to have a conversation with you, Anne.
Thank you very much.
Good down there barking at you too. Yeah. You're getting everybody going.
Stassy's telling CJ all about it, isn't she? She says this dog is on a leash and I'm not, and they're invading my space.
She's trying to get friendly, but she's not so certain.
She wants shaking really bothers her.
Okay, you stay. You're being a good boy. You say hello, buddy. We see why she's called Sassy. She tells you off.
Oh yeah, she thinks she's 10 times bigger than she is.
So I'm videotaping, and I want to introduce everybody. Again, this is Anne. And this is Jamie. And this is CJ. And this is Janelle. And this is Pam. And Shirley is kicking it in the van. Wave. And we are at the Hawa first caravan of the year. It's been 2 years, 2 years since the last one because of COVID. So we're real happy to be here. Community is everything. And I just want to take a couple minutes out and maybe talk about...
I'm looking good.
I want to talk about you guys and what makes you happy about this life on the road. Let's start with you, Jamie.
Oh wow. Well, I'm finally untethered from sticks and bricks.
Finally untethered from sticks and bricks. I hear you. I hear you. It is a tether that just pulls you back and forth.
It does.
And how long have you been on the road?
I've been on the road since June this time, but I was a nomad twice before.
Okay.
But when I'm in sticks and bricks, it feels like I am a bird with clipped wings, and I can't fly to the flock in the south in the wintertime.
Right.
And so now I'm finally there.
I'm glad. I'm glad. CJ, did you want to talk about what makes you happy in this life? You want to move on? I'll move on. I'm all right with that. Janelle, how about you?
Me.
I'm going to move a little closer so I can get the volume on this. I'm okay with that.
I've probably been in my rig about 5 years, and at first I was a contract therapist, so I was moving around every 3 months, and the last 2 years it's been about being a nomad and going around when I want to go, and I'm transitioning. I'm becoming my better self. Two of the things that everybody who's around me get to hear is I'm shutting up now so other people can talk, and the other is I'm trying to be my better self.
Beautiful. Love it.
That's about it.
What about you, Pam? What makes you happy in this life as a nomad?
I think a lot of it is the community. You know, we've been doing the online caravans for a while, several of us. So we have a little bit of a connection already.
Right.
But actually being in person, a few of us have camped together before this one. But yeah, it's given me the freedom. I got to spend, you know, a little extra time with my parents when COVID first broke out, and I was able to, you know, go help with kids, which is always great.
And you're going back to your daughter? You're just going to have a baby?
I don't have a daughter.
No, I'm sorry.
My cousin.
I'm sorry?
My cousin.
Your cousin. I'm sorry. I beg your pardon. I misunderstood.
Yeah.
But you're going to be going back to help out with the baby? Is that what you were saying?
Stars align. Yeah.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So, okay, great. One other thing I wanted to ask you guys is, on a personal level, what are the challenges you face out here as a woman, whether it be a disability or a medical condition or a mental condition? Mental health is huge, and it's important, and it needs to be addressed. It needs to be out there because people struggle every day with it, and talking about it really, I think, helps others through it. So I'm going to start, since I'm here with you, Pam. You want to talk about anything that you might struggle with as a woman, as a nomad, a woman on the road?
Well, I struggle with space because my rig is so small, and being full-time, it has its challenges, and you know, I have just a little 4-cylinder, so I can't tow anything, and so it's been a real challenge to figure out how to have all the things I have to have and all the things I want to have.
That makes sense.
Plus I teach yoga online, and so having all my props, and where do you put them, you know, because I don't, you know, it gets challenging. But now I've got a roof rack, so I'm trying to get that figured out.
That's good. That's good. Thank you. Thank you. Janelle, what about you? What would you say are your challenges?
I would say my overall challenge is that what I like and what is challenging about being a nomad is we all tend to be a little bit more standoffish, which is a joy and a pleasure, and it increases my comfort. We all stand off as much as we want to, and we come in as much as we want to. And like we're enjoying this wonderful community of being together. And this morning I had to run off in the car and be alone. I'm sorry. I love you ladies, but I just had to go away. And that, balancing that is something that is, I think, inherent in being a nomad.
Right.
Because we do go off and be alone, and we do come together, and we were talking about that. But for me this year, physical challenges have been this year my biggest problem, because I fell around the beginning of the year, and I have a bigger, more complex rig. And so I have a tow dolly that I attach and unattach, and I have a car that I attach and unattach, and all of that. Plus I haven't been walking, and every time I walk a little further than I have before, I've done something that I think I've done very well and I'm proud of. I'm making everybody else say yay, because it's having been not able to walk more than about 10 or 15 feet, and now almost a quarter mile without pain. It's a big deal.
That's huge.
And at 68, you always are afraid the next fall is going to be the last fall that keeps you from being and doing this. So
it makes sense.
So that's why this is my year of humility, because I've always been a therapist and I've always been going to help, and I've had to receive a lot of help and be grateful for it.
Yeah.
And that took a big notch out of my pride, which is okay.
It's always good to be humbled from time to time.
This is my year of humility.
Thank you, Janelle.
You bet.
And I'm going to come over here to Jamie. Talk to me about what challenges you face as a woman, as a nomad on the road.
Well, I would say it is my awkwardness in meeting new people. One of the things that I like about this camp is the fact that I already know some of the people from the virtual caravans, and that has helped me become comfortable with meeting new people. Because I started out in Red Camp where I didn't know anybody, and I was so awkward. I was just completely inward, and although I did, say hello and try to meet people, it brought out the introvert in me to such a degree that I really could not enjoy the company.
And you're better here.
I am.
Yeah, I get that. Let's just say I feel you on that. Okay, thanks, Jamie.
Uh-huh.
And we're coming back over here to Anne. I want to cover two things with you. I missed you on the first one. What are the things that make you happy out here?
The air, the quality of air is so incredible. And more important really is the community of people. I'm just blown away by the incredible women.
And what is the challenges that you face? We talked about, being constant, but what about other things? Do you have any other challenges that you've dealt with?
I think for me, I'm not a comfortable driver, so I'm learning how to drive a rig now.
I found that after COVID, because I didn't drive hardly at all, and I've been prior to COVID, I was actually bedridden for almost 2 years.
Wow.
So when I got back out to driving, I get that. It's scary. And you don't know what the other person is thinking or doing in their vehicle.
And I think overall people are worse drivers as a result of having not driven that much. But and then looking to find, I want to do some. I haven't done any done a few solos, but not very much. And I want to.
I don't kind of consider this being solo, even though we are solo.
No, because we're here for each other.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Anne.
Thank
you. I
you.
appreciate you.
Yeah.
Glasses and which is heavy.